The morning light filtered through the slatted blinds, casting pale stripes across the floor of Amira's bedroom. Dust motes floated in the air, suspended like tiny stars in the quiet. The room was still, save for the soft hum of the ceiling fan and the distant sound of a rooster crowing somewhere in the neighborhood. Lagos was waking up, but Amira remained motionless, standing in front of the mirror. Her fingers grazed the edge of her collarbone. It jutted out like a ridge beneath her skin, sharp, delicate, almost architectural. She tilted her head slightly, watching how the light caught the angles of her body. Her eyes traveled downward, tracing the narrow slope of her waist, the flatness of her hips, the absence of curves where she had longed for softness. She had always been slender, but not in the way that magazines celebrated. Her body didn't evoke elegance or grace, it was simply thin. Her shoulders were narrow, her chest modest, her hips barely flared. She looked like a sketch left unfinished, a silhouette missing its shading. Her classmates had started calling her broomstick in secondary school. At first, she laughed along, pretending it didn't sting. But the laughter faded, and the nickname stuck. It followed her through corridors, echoed in whispers, and etched itself into her self-image. Even now, years later, the word clung to her like static. At home, her mother would say, "You're beautiful in your own way," but the words felt hollow. They were spoken with love, yes, but also with resignation. As though beauty was something Amira had to redefine for herself because the world refused to offer her its standard version. Her older sister, Zainab, was curvy, radiant, and always surrounded by admirers. Zainab had a way of walking into a room and making it hers. Her laughter was loud and infectious, her presence magnetic. Boys gravitated toward her, girls envied her, and adults praised her confidence. Amira, on the other hand, felt like wallpaper, present, but unnoticed. She remembered one afternoon when Zainab had come home from university with a new hairstyle, long braids that cascaded down her back like a waterfall. Their mother had clapped her hands in delight, calling her "my queen." Amira had smiled, but later that night, she stood in front of the mirror, tugging at her own hair, wondering what it would take to be seen as regal. It wasn't jealousy. Amira loved her sister deeply. But there was a quiet ache inside her, a yearning to be admired, to be desired, to be chosen. She turned away from the mirror and sat on the edge of her bed.